Hi, I'm Kate and welcome to my channel. So I just got some new stuff to play with and I'm pretty excited. So I put it in order through Black Moxy. They had a pastel palette and then some beautiful duochrome singles. So I ordered the palette and here it is. Really cute packaging. And then there is the inside. How pretty is that? I have to use this shade today. I just have to. But this is beautiful. And then the singles I ordered, they came in these little packages. They're not magnetic, which is kind of a bummer. So I'm gonna have to, you know, attach a magnet and put them in a Z palette. But they're really pretty. So I think I'm gonna start I think I'm gonna do a 2-look video. So I'm gonna start filming today and then finish up another day and film a second look. But I'm gonna swatch some of these really pretty shades before I dive into everything. All right, so I ordered the palette and 3 of the singles. I think because things were delayed, I got a 4th one as a free gift. All right, so I ordered this Peachy Rose. This one came a little broken, not awful, but just a little bit broken. So this one, I can't even quite tell what the shift is. I hope it picks up on camera. There's like a pink shift and kind of a gold. So it's called Peachy Rose. I will swatch that on my hand. All right, so there's that. Again, I hope it picks up. Sorry, so that is Peachy Rose, not Pinky Rose. So that's Peachy Rose. The next one I got was this beautiful green, and it is called Emerald City. You know me, I can't resist a pretty green. So this is Emerald City. You know how duochrome it is, maybe like a slight tinge to like a teal from the emerald green. But I will swatch that here as well. That one is so pretty. So it's Emerald City. The next one that I ordered is Dawn Myth. So this was kind of like a purple to green shift. So this is Dawn Myth. And I hope it picks up on there as pretty as it is in person. So there's that one. So the last one is the shade that I didn't order that came as a gift. I need to find the packaging to put the name, but I'll put the name below. I'll find it before I put this video out. But it's a really pretty, like pink to purple to gold shift. Again, I hope it picks up as pretty as it is. But I will swatch that as well. It is on the bottom there. So these are super beautiful, super reflective shades. Just trying to catch it because I can't see what the camera's doing. I mean, those are so stunning. However, I don't think I'm going to dive into those today. I really just want to use the palette today. All right, so the palette is what I want to really focus on today. I do want to swatch this shade up here for you. So it's very purple in the pan, but it's just, oh gosh, I hope that picks up. It is probably the prettiest thing I have ever seen. I mean, look at that. I hope it shows how it shows in person because it's so pretty. And the thing is, I didn't want to go too bold today because I have a couple parent meetings and I don't want to be too bright and crazy. So we'll see, everything's virtual, so does it really matter? So I was considering like just sticking with the purples and going monochromatic, but I feel like I've been doing a lot of monochromatic looks lately. So I think maybe I'm going to do like a peachy orange with that on top. So just keep it really kind of light and ethereal and then pop that shimmer on. In the palette, just in terms of kind of the feel and weight, it feels like a nice palette. The packaging is really pretty. Yeah, they've been sneak peeking something else new. I'm not sure if it's a palette or singles, but we'll see. I'm really excited to use this. I've been excited since I ordered. So this will kind of be my first impressions, and then I'll try to pop a second look in here before I put this video out. So I already have my coffee, did my brows, primed my eyes. Let's dive right in. I think I'm gonna do a pretty basic shape today. I'm gonna start with that lightest shade. There are not names of these shades, which I don't really care. But I'm gonna pop into this lightest kind of soft orange shade. Oh, so before I pop in, this palette has, it looks like 2 shimmers down here, this white one and this pink one. The rest are mattes, which I love. I love good colorful mattes. And then the one multi-chrome shade. So let's pop into that light orange. So from what I can tell, Black Moxy is a Black-owned business. I believe it's one person from what I can tell. And they've been super transparent, like with their packaging being a little delayed. And then, you know, just really good about communicating that with customers and then including a little free gift in there with the delay. I was excited that it was another one of the singles because I love having good, fun, unique singles. All right, so this is laying down very soft. I have very fair skin and I used the shade 1 of the Juvia's primer. Otherwise, this would probably really melt right in with my skin color, but it's a really pretty soft orange. And again, I'm trying to keep it fairly simple today just for a day of meetings, albeit virtual. I still don't want to look too bright and colorful because, you know, tomorrow I think I can go a little bolder. All right, so I don't know how well that shows up on camera, but in person it's a really pretty soft orange. All right, I'm gonna dip into the slightly deeper orange, which is right next to it, and just build that up in the crease and the outer corner. And just pull that out a little bit. All right, I really like that color. That's really pretty. It's not too orange, like it's a nice peachy orange. So really, this look, probably that Peachy Rose or that other duochrome would be a better match. But I just need to use this shade. I need to. If it doesn't match, who cares? Okay, so I'm not quite sure when the camera shut off, but I started applying this shade right here and it's so pretty. So I'm just gonna keep building that up on the lid. And I'm just going in with my finger. I find that's the best way to apply these type of shades. The brush, I feel like you can't get quite the same impact, and I don't love doing a wet brush. I would rather use a finger. I hope it's giving the camera what it's giving here. It's just super reflective. So again, I'm going for just a very light, soft look today. I think normally I would probably have popped into the purples and then popped this on top. Oh, this might be my new favorite shade in my collection because wow. It reminds me a little bit of the shade in the ColourPop It's My Pleasure, but prettier and more reflective and more unique shift to it. That's beautiful. So it has very springy vibes. I don't know what color that's reflecting on the camera. It's got like a bit of purple, a bit of blue, a bit of like just sheerness. And so I'm just gonna blend that in a bit to that darker orange before I move on. Just popping that out here, blending those together a bit. All right, what do we think? I know it's very simple, but it is a school day, so not trying to go too crazy. I'm gonna stop there on the lid. Again, keeping it very simple today. I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna go on with my skincare and then my face products, and I'll be back. All right, so I'm back. I went in with all my skincare, foundation, concealer, bronzer, blush. For blush, I went in with one of my Patrick Ta blushes because it has just this pretty soft orange to it, and I thought it went well with the eye look today. I love these. I did order the lightest shade in the new bronzer duos, so I'll be trying that out soon along with the new Fenty foundation. Another video to come. All right, so I'm gonna pop in to that darkest shade, that darkest orange shade, and just kind of start to drag that under the eye. I'm gonna grab a slightly fluffier brush and dip into that lighter shade and just buff that out. And there's a white shimmer in this palette. It looks like it has a bit of a pink shift. So it's this shade right here. Ooh, that is really pretty. So it's got like a white to a kind of pinky purple shift. So I think I'll pop that in the inner corner today. And drag it under just a little bit. All right, that's what we're looking like right now. So yeah, I really like it. It's really simple, almost just kind of a two shade look with the orange and then that shimmer. So I think I want to stop there with the eyeshadow. I'm gonna go off camera, do some liner and mascara, find a lip, all that, and I'll be back. All right, I'm back with the finished first look. What do we think? I'm obsessed with that shade on the lid. So yeah, so far so good. I think for the second look, I kind of want to dip into these colors and maybe pop one of those single shadows on top. I don't know, but so far I'm loving it. I'm excited to dip into other colors and see what I can create. Here comes the second look. All right, here we are again, day 2, trying out the Black Moxy palette. This is the Pastel Obsession palette. Yesterday I stuck into these oranges here and then played around with this beautiful duochrome. I'm thinking today, I don't know, I'm tempted by like this really pretty periwinkle shade or kind of these teals, but I also kind of want to play with one or two of the singles. This beautiful emerald green, that might be a little bold for a work day, so I'll wait on that. But I think I'm going to play with the kind of greenish to purple one. So the hard thing is that could go with either the teals or that periwinkle because of the shift. Oh, well maybe I'll do, well I want to play with as many colors as possible, so maybe I'll start with like the periwinkle and fade it into the teal. Let's dive in. I'm already primed up with the Juvia's Place primer, obsessed with it. And I'm gonna grab a brush. Oh, I do like that really pretty like bruisey purple shade. Ugh. Decisions. And this white shimmer is also a really pretty duochrome, but that kind of has like a white to pink shift. Okay, I'm gonna go with the periwinkle. Maybe actually just use that pretty bruisey purple shade and wait and do the teals another time. Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it. One thing I like about this palette is that there are no neutrals. I feel like so many palettes come out and they have some beautiful colors that I'm really intrigued by, but then they're half neutral, and I really don't need more not unique neutrals. I mean, if they have like interesting finishes and are things I don't have, sure, I would still consider it. Or I like having a palette that is just all colors that I don't really have much of. Alright, that's a really pretty shade. Buff out the edges. Alright, not quite as vibrant as it is in the palette, but that's okay. I don't remember if I said it in my first part of this video, but Black Moxy is already sneak peeking something new. So far, I think the phrase is sunset, so I'm excited to see what else they're coming out with. I wonder if my brush had pigment on it, because at least in person, this side looks more blue and this side looks more purpley, but that's probably because I had some pigment on my brush that didn't quite buff off. I'm gonna dip into this shade right here, and I'm just gonna use the same brush, swirl it around a little bit, pick up some color, and build that up out here. And I don't really expect a lot of depth in a palette labeled as a pastel palette. Alright, so now you can kind of see the difference that added to there versus there. I don't really do purpley looks very often. Normally using like a greenish duochrome, I would probably have gone in with the teals and greens because that's kind of become my norm. I do a lot of green looks, so trying to go kind of out of my comfort zone, trying out things that I wouldn't normally do. Alright, I do want to build up a little more, so I'm not a purple person, but I am going to pop into that purple to see if I can just add a little depth out here. Alright, so I think I'm gonna stop there with the mattes. So I don't know how it looks on camera, but in person you can really see kind of the gradient from the periwinkle all the way to the richer purple. Again, it's very soft. These are pastels, so you're not going to get a lot of depth, which is fine. That's kind of why I've been diving into some of these more pastel colors, because what I'm used to is going, you know, light to super deep. So I've been enjoying, you know, this spring going a little lighter. So this is the single in the shade Dawn Myths. I'm going to try to see if you can pick up some of that. It's really like a purple to green shift. So, oh, it's just really fun. Swatch it here. Yeah, beautiful. That was like the first single that I knew I was going to grab, and then I saw the Emerald City one, which I don't know that that's super duochrome-y, but it is really pretty. So I'm just gonna pick this up with a finger. That I just find that that's the best way to apply shades like this, and I'm gonna just pop that all over the lid. Oh, that's fun. Super fun. Alright, so that's what we have going on the lids. So, you know, very purple mattes and then that green to purple duochrome. So definitely a little bolder than yesterday's look, which is fine. I don't think I have any meetings today. But that's kind of fun. So I think I'm gonna stop there on the lid. I like what we have going on. I'm going to go off camera, do my skincare, face, all that, and I'll be back before we dip into the eyeshadow again. Alright, so I'm back. My face is on. Let's dive back into the eyeshadow. So I'm gonna start kind of deepest to light. So I'm gonna go in with the deeper purple. Just start to build that up on the lower lash line. Alright, I think I'm going to stop there on the lower lash line. For the inner corner, I think I'm going to pop back into this shade because it's so pretty. And the white didn't quite show up the way that I wanted in the inner corner yesterday. But I just want an excuse to use this shade again. Again, I don't know how well some of these things show up on video. My lighting in here isn't the best, but in person it's pretty fun and reflective. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop there on the eyes. I'm gonna go off camera, do some liner, mascara, and I'll be back. Alright, I'm back with the final look. What do we think? I really love this duochrome shade. I think it's really pretty. It goes from like a purple to a green. It's really fun. So kind of my final thoughts on this palette. I'm super excited to have this. I really next time I think want to play with those teals. I haven't touched the pinks yet, but so far this is beautiful. This shade right here makes it all worth it. I mean, just that reflectiveness, it is probably the prettiest shade I have ever seen. So yeah, I got this palette and I got 4 of the duochromes and I ordered 3 of them, but I got one as a free gift just because things were delayed with this palette. It took them a while to get the packaging in, which just delayed the shipments coming out, but they were super transparent about it, the brand was, and constantly sending emails, just updating customers. So I never had to really wonder where my order was, but yeah, this is stunning. I'm super excited. They have been previewing their next product, which I'm wondering if it's like a sunset themed palette. And after trying these shadows and experiencing the quality, it's definitely something I'm going to check out, see if it's something I'm gonna buy. But yeah, my first impression is definitely a good one with Black Moxy. All right, I don't know when I'm gonna pop this into the video, but I did a third look today. I didn't film it, but just for fun, I wanted to dip into more like these greens down here, and I wish I had filmed it because I'm feeling this look. I love playing with greens. I typically go fairly monochromatic with my looks, but I wanted to try something a little different today, so I used those green and teal mattes, and then for the shimmers, I popped into this duochrome single and then the emerald shade right here on the outer portion. And yeah, so I guess this is like a 2.5 looks, one palette, but I am really feeling this Black Moxy palette. At this point now, I have used the top 3 here, I've used these and these. So I've basically used everything except for this kind of column of pinks. I'm not a huge pink person, but I'll try to make some use out of it. So I at least have used every shade in the palette, but I'm feeling this look. I love greens. I do greens all the time, so of course I had to dive in, but yeah, here's the third look that I've created with the palette. So yeah, I guess I'll do my outro again because maybe I'll cut it off of the other one. But so yeah, thank you so much for watching this video and this little extra look that I just wanted to make sure I included. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I'll see you soon.